Alright, these are the remaining three examples with your dimensional analysis notes. This one we're taking the mass of the rock in centigrams and converting it to kilograms. Kilo and centi are two of the three prefixes you will need to know for your quiz next Tuesday or next Monday, and that also includes milli. But for today, using your chart, you should be able to see that 1 gram is equivalent of 100 centigrams, and that 1 kilogram is the equivalent of 1,000 grams. And since both of those prefixes have grams in common, we can do two conversions to get from centigrams to kilograms, starting with centigrams, going to grams, and then eventually going to kilograms. So we start with what we're given, the 227 centigrams. We want to get rid of centigrams, so they need to go in the denominator. Our relationship is between centigrams and grams, so they go in the numerator. And according to our equivalent statement, there are 100 centigrams for every 1 gram. And now the centigrams cancel out. We'll do one more conversion to get from grams to kilograms using the conversion over here on the right. Grams need to go on the bottom, kilograms go on top. Kilograms get the 1 this time because they are larger than the 1,000 grams. And the grams cancel out. Excuse me. When we multiply and divide, we'll get 227 over 100 and 1,000. You always want to take care when you have two numbers in your denominator that you put them, either go ahead and multiply them through and then divide them into 227, or you put parentheses around them. But when all is said and done, you should get 0.00227, and you need the last zero because of the significant figures in 227.0. I do not care if you write your answer in scientific notation or you write it as a regular answer. You do not have to have the zero in front if you choose to write it as a regular number. Our next example is going to be a football field. It's 120 yards, and I want to know how many inches that's equivalent to. I'm pretty sure you all know that 1 yard is the same as 3 feet, and that 1 foot has 12 inches. So in this particular example, we're going to go from yards to feet to inches. Starting with what we're given, we want to cancel out the yards and go to feet. 1 yard is the equivalent of 3 feet. And so now our yards are going to cancel out. And we're going to use feet to get to inches by the fact that there is 1 foot in 12 inches. This time the numbers are all in the numerator. It makes it a little bit easier calculation-wise. We want 3 sig figs in our answer because the 0 is significant in 120. There's a decimal in that number. And I got 4,320 inches. In scientific notation, that would be 4.32 times 10 to the third. Our last example is how many milliseconds are in exactly 1 year. I did not put significant figures on that year, so as long as you give me all the numbers, you should be fine. This one's going to require a fair amount of breakdown. We need to go from years to days, to hours to minutes, to seconds, and then to milliseconds. That last prefix you need to know. So I start with my year, and I want to go from years to days, and I am allowing you to assume that there are 365 days in 1 year. There are 24 hours in 1 day, so when I set up my next set of units, days cancel out, hours go in the numerator. There are 24 hours in 1 day, and now I need to get from hours to minutes. Hours go in the denominator, minutes go in the numerator. 1 hour is the equivalent of 60 minutes. And now I get from minutes to seconds. Minutes go in the denominator, seconds go in the numerator. 1 minute has 60 seconds. And then finally, a milli represents 1,000. There are 1,000 milliseconds for every second. So the seconds are going to cancel out, and 1,000 goes with milli. All the numbers are in the numerator this time, so if I just multiply straight across, I will get my answer. If you wrote that in scientific notation, it would be 3.1536 times 10 to the 7th.
Juliet King to the main office, please.
So as you can tell, I was doing this right before school today. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask me next time in class.